Greetings and welcome to all of you. I hope that this brief video that I'm about to do find you doing well. This particular video is called The Profane World. What I'm about to do is change the format just a little bit. This is going to be more of a lecture, more of a teaching uh, prospect of Freemasonry in dealing with the profane world. I'm not going to hold you long tonight. I know it's late and very early in the morning on the East Coast. I was just up and I just had this, I just had something to do. I was just writing down some things and I just put some things together that I thought that would be very enlightening to a profane, to one who's seeking masonry. I thought this would be very educational. So I decided to put a few things down on paper and just to share it with you. So just bear with me as I go through this, and I hope that along the way you will be able to find something out of it. So I'm going to just read to you some things that I put in that it enlightens you and it gets you to go into your own study and definitely deeper into Freemasonry. Um, so with that being said, God bless each of you, and I hope that this video find you doing well. I'm pretty live tonight. I'm pretty light. My energy is up, so bear with me, okay? This is called the profane world. Modern Masonry is divided into two main approaches: liberal and traditional. The first has a humanistic approach, whereas the second is a spiritualistic approach. In a general way, one can say that the liberal humanistic Freemasonry is concerned almost exclusiveness with the great works towards the progression of humanity. Spiritualistic and traditional Freemasonry is directed towards the glory of the grand architect of the universe, characterized by the practice of the ritualistic work exclusively. The other liberal tradition is directing us towards the work and study of the symbolic research, which is strongly influenced by the esotericism and the sacred sciences of astrology, Kabbalah, mythology, as well as psychology and physiology. These diverses and tendencies may seem to be an opposite to one another, but in reality have a common vocation, that of being a beacon for humanity, to bring human beings into a perfect understanding of life and to unite them beyond the unusual divide of the profane world. The aim is to form a free being, little by little. The egotistical and impulsive behavior, in order that these consciousness and personalities may be open to a world around them. Ancient Freemasonry and a system is a system of learning. That is what is requested for admission into the order. Ancient Freemasonry is a school of freedom, whereas thought and consciousness of each member may be freely expressed. The Freemason seeks to avoid instability and disorder that characterize the ordinary person, because the ultimate goal of the craft is to regeneration unto a state of original perfection by teaching each person to discover that by themselves, even though it is intriguing part of the development of the Masonic research for truth. No one can take the place of an individual who discovers his truth. The method is perhaps what most distinguishes Freemasonry from any other initiatory society, because it does not impose any ethics, nor does it teach any particular belief or any global truth. It comforts the truth of others. Neither does it impose any restrictions on the search for truth. Rather, it enhances a possibilities of creating a place outside of daily routine where ritualistic and symbol encourages the inner reflection. In this way, Masons have the freedom to present works and teachings on the highest moral and metaphysical issues, and to discover them in an atmosphere of openness and nobility of the great tolerance in the very basis of all spiritual developments, and to know how to find the meaning of the sacred key in the advancement towards a complete fulfillment of life. What I've discovered in this brief lecture that I just gave in Freemasonry is that the higher you go in Freemasonry, it's going to change the very concept of your belief and what you may think along the way. If you really indulge yourself into Freemasonry, in the end, when you think that you have had it all and that you may know it all, you still have more work to do. Whether it be from the first to the third, or from the fourth to the 33rd, or from the or going through the Royal Arch to the Cryptid Masonry, and from the Cryptid Mason to the Knights of Masonry, and then from there upon the pyramid, you may then look at the auxiliary degrees of the Shriner, and then from there to the 33rd. As I discovered for myself in doing this particular lecture, I find that in the ancient custom of Freemasonry, that you are more freely, it is a system of learning where you are more freely able to express yourself. Where we have today in the traditional side of Freemasonry, it deals more with the ritualistic side of things, where you don't get what you really want to put into it. It deals with boundaries, whereas the ancient side of that has no boundary. It actually wants you to go in search of that which is lost. So I just want to share that with you. I hope, as always, that you get something from it. I know that it's late. So as always, whatever you do, stay out your bushes, stay out the bushes, keep your light on. The higher you climb, the clearer the vision. I'm out. Peace and be well.